Hello, thank you everyone for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time when we can relax and craft together for about an hour, and I typically work on projects from beginning to end. So today is new quilt block Thursday on our Splendid Sampler to quilt along that we're working on. So block 18, it is Flower Child by Carolee McMullin. There it is. Look, so pretty. So this is more applique. So you could do this needle turn applique, like how we did the pineapple that we were working on yesterday, or you could do it, well, you can use any applique style you want. I'm going to use raw edge applique tonight, so I'm going to use the Steam a Seam 2 again, and we'll see how it goes. So first, we will pick our fabrics and kind of decide what our plan is here for this block. I'd like to at least prep all the pieces tonight. That would be great to have all these pieces cut out, and then we can get right to it tomorrow. So that's not plan, I think. I'm going to flip you guys around and we'll get going. Okay, so here it is. All right, so first of all, let's pick some fabrics. Here's a little closer. Oh, Lisa, your Steam a Seam just came in the mail. Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty, I've been liking it so far. It's been a little weird to get used to, but I like it now. So there's all of these applique pieces, quite a bit. And like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 applique pieces plus a pieced background. So I was looking at this, and my fabrics are in here. One of the things I've been doing for my Splendid Sampler blocks are using a white for my background, so all my backgrounds kind of blend. And when I first looked at this, I figured, oh, I'll just do this patchwork square in white behind. But then I was like, but I really wanted to see the patchwork. So I think I'm going to do the white for these blue squares, because that's kind of more of the background anyway. It touches the background a little bit more. I'm going to do that as white. And you know what? I'm going to label this as I go. That's a good thing to do sometimes, especially with projects that have so many different fabrics in white. All right, so I thought, since we're doing white for the corners, we could do something darker for this background and then do light colors on top of the background. I thought that might be kind of fun. So let's give that a try. So I'm only using this stack here. These fabrics are reserved for every 5 blocks. I'm going to add a little bit of bright color, like those in. But this is only 18, so I have 2 more blocks to go before I use a lot of color. And I'm doing a very light. We've been calling it the blonde quilt. We're doing a very light blonde quilt, so I don't actually have a whole lot of contrasting fabrics. So I think for this background, I want to get as dark as I can out of these, and I think this might be my darkest. Let's see, what else do we have that's considered dark? Let's do dark in this beige family, not the yellow family. There's a lot of these that feel a little yellow. You know what? I think this is actually my next darkest bit, so that's not too dark. Let's see what it looks like on white. On the white, it appears a little bit darker. Not too dark. But so let's, on top of this, maybe on top of this, we add some of the white back in. Like a couple of these shapes could be white, potentially. Oh, like I have this cream, which is almost white. Why don't we use that for one? Let's pick out just the lightest colors. Oh, we could do one of these ones with these funny like kitties and stuff in. That would be kind of fun to do again. Mostly just because that's a really light colored fabric. We could do like pink monkeys or something. Fussy cut these pink monkeys out of here. That's something we'll have to consider. I'm gonna just make these a little bit bigger so I can see what fabrics look like on them. Oh, you love this black, Linda? That's awesome. Oh, you guys, I missed a comment there. That looked like it was asking a good question. If I don't answer your comments right away, feel free to just ask again. Will you continue showing how to do the blacks after they're longer free? Yes, Joe. So I think I'll keep showing how to do the books, or how to do the blacks once it's in the book. So the first 20 blocks are free, and then after that, they'll be from the Splendid Sampler to book. Dawn says try fusing first, then glue. Oh, to like glue them in place? Well, that's the benefit of the Steam-A-Seam too. The Steam-A-Seam works like a sticker. So it's a fusible web, but it also has stickiness to it. But if you're not using a fusible like that, then that's a great tip, Dawn. Fuse it to the fabric and then glue it in place on the background. That's super smart. But luckily, we'll have that Steam-A-Seam. All right, I think we should get some other lightish colors in here. See, the problem is not everything is very light against that. Maybe I should do, yeah, it's too bright. Yeah, it's gonna have to be this, but things are pretty, this isn't very dark. So maybe we'll have to throw in a bunch of yellows. There we go, that's kind of cute. This could be our main lip here, and this could be these side deals. Let's do that, that's pretty. Maybe we should just do things as we decide. How about that? I think that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna just make decisions as we go. I like this so far, so let's do this much of it and get pieces for that. So I'm just making a decision that I'm gonna do this monkey as this center piece here. So what I'm gonna do is grab the design here, and you know, usually, sometimes these are printed in reverse. This one doesn't matter because it's the same on both sides, so I'm not going to worry about that at all. All right, I think yeah, I do have a little piece left here. That's not going to give me much, but it'll give me something later. I'm going to need a full-blown new piece for this. So, okay. So I can't ever remember what side to draw on first with this Steam-A-Seam. According to the instructions, it looks like the side with the grid on. So we'll trace on this side again. Oh, that has an iron on. I don't know. It's a little confusing, the Steam-A-Seam instructions. Oh, heat and bond should work just fine to Gretchen. So, all right, I'm going to trace this, but I want to leave enough space that I have room to cut and have a little bit of an edge. You know what? I might cut out this heart right away since it fits in right there really well. Actually, I might draw all these guys in right away. Our first two, and then I'll get this heart as well, and then the rest we'll do in a little bit. So, all right, I'm going to draw these little side doohickeys. So I could use a light table. I do actually have a light table sitting out here. So if you need it, you can use a light table or a light window. But these fusibles, I mean, they're meant to do applique like this a lot of times. So they make them so you can see through pretty well. Ooh. I gotta work on my tracing a little bit. I have to take my time a little bit more, I think. I'm getting a little out of the lines here. So we'll be cruising a little bit faster once we get some of these guys drawn. Sometimes when there's just lots of parts, I like to do stuff as I go so I don't get too confused. A different way you can do it is you could just, you know, like how we labeled that image, the photo I put white for the background piece. You can just label the label the image or label the pattern. You can also cut little swatches of fabric. I'm just doing it as I go. Making decisions on the fly, how about that? I'd probably make a little bit better color choices if I picked everything all at once. But we're doing it this way. Ooh, getting a little out of lines there. Alrighty, there we go. Let me go grab a paper scissors really quickly here. All right, so let's trim these out. So I'm going to trim them with a little edge on them. First of all, I'm just going to kind of trim just to get this out of the big paper so I can deal with it a little bit better. You don't want to cut on the lines yet. We'll cut on the lines once we get it onto the fabric. All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to just trim out in between here. So normally I would like a little bit bigger edge, but this seemed like there was just enough between these two shapes. Yeah, we're fine. All right, there's our first shape. This will actually end up being on this side because these all get reversed once we get going. Oh man, you're trimming 40 foundation paper piece arrows. Nice, Lauren. It'll get done, don't worry. It's the little monotonous little bits and all of a sudden it's done. Throw on some Netflix and you'll be done in no time. Oh man. Yeah, it's all those little steps that you forget that one exists. It's like, oh dang, I forgot that took so much time. That's how I feel about cutting and pressing. They're like non-steps in my head. So when I get to that step and I realize, oh my god, this is gonna take an hour just to press every single little square, it's always a little bit of a shock to me. All right, so there's 3 pieces here. So let's this guy goes here. We keep this guy. So I wanted to get this monkey in here. He was pretty cute. Let's see if there's a good place to grab him from. I suppose we should press this a little bit first. I'm just kind of wanting to frame it a little bit. Yeah, I think we can fit them in here with a bunch of bananas too. I think we got them there. Great. So I'm going to, you know what? I'm not even going to bother pressing this. Let's just stick it on. We'll press it when I fuse this. So we're gonna put it onto the back of the fabric. And all right, I'm going to take, there's 2 paper sides to this Fusible, and I'm going to just take this side off, if I can grab it. It wants to pull the other side off, but I'm going to get this one. There we go. So the steam seam acts like a sticker. Other Fusibles might have one side already exposed, so you'll draw onto the paper side. It'll be really clear what side to draw on. But the steam seam, it's not only is it fusible, it's a sticker. So that's why it has paper on both sides. So I just pulled one side of the paper off, and this is a sticker plus it's an iron-on. So I want to place it by that monkey. I want to get a bunch of those bananas in too. I think we got it right there. So I'm gonna fuse that guy first. Did I cut out the other one of these? Oh, here it is. We can finish cutting him out. Let's put him over there. Let's get to the ironing board. One piece at a time we're doing. You like to, oh, donate your Fusible. Oh, so that's a thing too. So if you want your fused piece to feel more like fabric when it's done, so it doesn't have like this, all this like paper feeling type stuff, you can actually cut out the center as well, and then you'll only be fusing a tiny little edge. That's enough to fuse. So yeah, you wouldn't need to make the whole entire shape. You could just do like a little, half-inch edge and then cut out the center. That'll give you more fusible too for small shapes. So we'll have to do that for one of our fusible projects here. I'm already into this one, but yeah, that's definitely an option. Yeah, I like doing the Splendid Sampler because we can try a whole pile of different ways to do stuff, and that's a really good good idea. We should do that sometime. All right, let's trim this out, and then this piece will be done. I'm actually going to trim. Normally I would just cut right on the line now, but I want it out of this fabric, because what I don't want to do is cut on the line and then I have that fusible on this fabric, and then I don't want to accidentally fuse the fusible that's stuck on the fabric. I don't want to accidentally get that on my iron later, so I'm just going to remove it completely from this fabric, and then I'll trim it a little nicer. Trim it right on the line, and it's easier once it's cut down, smaller piece of fabric. Okay. Let's put that fabric to the side. Now, oh, there's our monkey. Cute. Yep, we got a few bananas in there. I think we might cut this guy off, this banana, but we got those bananas, and those are actually little chicks or something over there. Such silly fabric. It's cute. All right, now I'm gonna really try and cut this edge well. So we might prep all these pieces, which means we'll pick all the colors and everything tonight. And then tomorrow we can start sewing it all together. I think this actually, despite how detailed this block looks, I think it's going to go really quickly. So that's good. Oh, these scissors remind you of your mom cutting out dress patterns. Yeah, I love the scissors. This is that Kai scissors, that 8-inch dressmaker's shears. Ugh, I must be tired. I'm not cutting my shapes very roundish tonight. There's definitely some bloops in here, but we're gonna deal. This would be something like that a cry cut machine or something could really, or a Cricut. I always say cry cut, but the Cricut machines would be able to cut out like super well, I bet. Oh, Robin, I'm still got the lingering cold for sure. It was just like 2 horrible days, and then ever since then, which was like Saturday, ever since then, it's just been like a lingering, just in my chest and throat, and a little brain fog, and just tired. So I'm hoping by the weekend we're through that stupid thing. It's annoying. All right, there's our little monkey piece. So let's put him to the side for now, and we'll do. We already picked some colors for these 2 little guys. Let's just go over here where we've been cutting and stuff already. So this one I got a trim already, but this one should be good. Come on, little paper. So the gridded side seems to pull off easier, the paper, which makes me think that I should be drawing it on the non-grid side. So next time we use this stuff, I'll draw on the non-grid side. Sometimes these things do not have very good instructions, that's for sure. But whatever, we're figuring it out. Okay, so let's squeeze this guy in here. I'll go right like so. Let's get this other one down here too. This other thing is Facebook transmitted colds. I don't know, man. I just, ugh. This isn't even a very bad cold or anything. It's just annoying, you know? For sure, there are far worse things than a stupid cold, and not even a horrible cold, but still dumb. It's just not fun when you want to get a bunch of stuff done or do stuff and your brain just doesn't want to do it. Brain and body are foggy. That's how it feels right now. Come on, dude. There we go. That's how you've been feeling. Yeah, and you have tons to do. Yeah, that's how I feel, Tracy. Just like, ugh. Should I use my fabric scissors for that Fusible? I'm using a paper scissors just because it's got two sides of paper on, really, and then it's got this goo. I'd rather ruin a paper scissors than my really nice fabric scissors. Although, I don't know, I'm not going to ruin it with this, but I don't know. I use the paper one just to be safe. I suppose it doesn't matter all that much. All right, let's cut these two guys out. Okay, here we go. Oh, let's press them first, just to make sure that they're nice and fused. I always forget because this has the Steam-A-Seam has that fuse or that sticky bit, so it feels fused, but it's not really fused. Yes, fuzzles on the brain. That's what I got. Fuzzles on the brain. That is so true. I have like a good 20 minutes and then it's fuzzles the rest of the day. That's what it feels like. And man, you guys, I was telling you about that one amazing night of sleep that I had the other night. It was actually during my cold, so that's what made it extra amazing. I got like one really good night of sleep, like I haven't had in ages, and I've just been kind of waking up weird and stuff every night too, so that adds to the fog a little bit too. But seeing you guys is still the bright spot of the day. It's nice. Forget I don't feel as well for an hour or so. Are Ginger scissors worth the money? Yeah, Ginger scissors are great. I would, if you don't have a nice fabric scissors, man, they are so worth it. I use Gingham's, oh man, not Gingham, Ginger, jeez, Ginger scissors forever. I have a lot of them, except for now I've just been really loving this Kai scissors. It's like razor blades. They're really, really great, although I think this one's even way more expensive than a Ginger one, actually. So, this scissors isn't for the faint of heart, but it is just so nice. So smooth. Oh, that's nice, Noeline. So I'm taking my time with these cuts because this is the actual final edge. We're doing raw edge applique, so I'm not tucking this under like how I've been doing all that needle turn applique. You love your Ginger scissors? Yeah, I think my mom uses them a lot. They were just really, honestly, they were the only ones I knew about for a long time. And so, I mean, that's why I used them. But yeah, a good fabric scissors, it's not, they're a chunk of money for sure. But, man, they don't even compare to any other scissors for cutting fabric, like any paper scissors. So if you're doing a lot of stuff with fabric, it's definitely worth at some point investing in one. But yeah, I mean, the nice thing about quilting and all this is that you really don't need anything specialty, right? You can still, as long as you have a needle and some thread and some fabric, you can make a quilt. You can sew two pieces of fabric together. But all the extra little doohickeys sure make life just a little bit better. So, you know, a nice fabric scissors will make just life a little bit better if you're in fabric world, basically. All right, so these guys, nope, on this side. So it goes like this and this. That's looking awfully cute so far. So, all right, those are the only colors we've picked so far. So let's get our kind of our backgrounds back. This will actually be checkerboard, right? Because this, we cut them in squares, so it'll be like this one will go here and here, and then this one will go here and here. But, you know, I'm just laying these down here for now just to get a sense of stuff so we can pick our colors for this part. So it's gonna fade away a little bit on this side just because this isn't very dark. But it'll be, like I said, it'll be a checkerboard, so it'll be, I don't know, we'll just see. You know, I have a slight challenge with it being, with me using only light colors. I wish I had an equivalent dark one to this, but I don't, I think. But that's looking cute so far. All right, what is next? Oh, we cut out a heart already, so why don't we choose our heart fabric. Maybe we do like that. I think this is still like the brightest fabric I have. We could do this bright colored fabric for the heart. Or maybe we should go with something just like super light, like just only the pale. That could be kind of neat, maybe. Maybe we use this a lot, just this cream color. We could use the cream up here, and then we could use the cream. Maybe we do that. We'll use the cream for the heart, maybe. And then this cream for, we got these little blips down here. So that, I mean, that could be like pretty striking with this light colored cream. So Lisa, I need to figure that out too. Where, like a good place to rejigger scissors, like to get them all good to go again. Yeah, because I don't have a good answer for you for that. These little flowers are kind of cute. We could do, there's this little kind of guy here. That could be, we could just fussy cut a little pink flower maybe to go with our pink monkey. That'd be cute. Why don't we do that? And then we could just do like the cream on the sides here too. Just have it be really like monotone. I think let's do that just because it's tough, these background fabrics, I think, for that I'm using. So to make anything pop, it's got to be really light. So I think going with this cream is going to be the way to go. And then our corners will be this white. We could actually do, why don't we do white for the heart? That'll make it pop more than anything. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll do cream for these little like wings down here. And we'll do these corners white, and we'll do the heart white because that'll make the heart pop the most. And then we'll do one of these little pink flowers for this, and then we just have to figure out what to do for these little extra phalanges over there. But all right, let's trace some things and cut some things out. Oh, Bonnie, I'm happy you made it here. All right, let's start with this heart because we already have that cut out. You know, I do have scraps. This would be a good project to use scraps. Let's see. I've been saving all the scraps from this project so far, and I know I just put some white in here. These little applique projects are a great time to try and use up little pieces. Yeah, perfect. So if you use like a crazy remainder white piece, let's just press that really quick because it's all wrinkly, and then we'll do the little heart. You love this block, Carolee? Yeah, I think this is going to be really cute. And like I said, with this raw edge applique, it's actually going to go, I think, much faster than we think. All right. Yeah, it's definitely wanting to come off of that gridded side more. So we got to remember that the grid side is down, and let's draw on the paper side, or the plain side next time. I suppose we can do that with our next pieces. All right, there we go. Okay, let's squeeze the heart in here. There we go. Let's give it a little press just to fuse it. I could probably cut it out without fusing just because it is sticky. But, woo, hot. Just a little bit easier when you fuse. Fuse it too. Okay. Yeah, this will be fun tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll make the background. That's just a little 4-patch, and then we do those little corners on it. So we'll have to cut all that fabric too. So we'll cut and try and do that, try and sew the background tomorrow. And then that may be as far as we get, but then Monday should be pretty quick to fuse the rest of it. And sew down these pieces. Have to concentrate cutting. There we go. So there is our little heart. We did that white heart because I think that will pop more than anything on these two fabrics, and that's looking awfully cute. I mean, doesn't it pop? It just, because these are kind of our darker fabrics and this is as light of a fabric that we get, it should be highest contrast, and the contrast is what makes shapes pop. It's not the color or anything else. It's how contrasty something is. The value of light to dark. So the lightest to the darkest, that's going to pop the most. All right, let's do the cream for those wings. All right, here we are. We got to make our pieces again. Ooh, it's cute. All right, I'm liking it. All right, we got this scrap piece over here. All right, now I'm going to draw on the white side and see if that works better. So I'm not gonna, oh, I might fit all the pieces in here. Let's try. I don't have my hand isn't as steady today, it seems. I just gotta take my time. There we go. All right, let's see if I can fit the other two, squish the other two guys into here. Oh yeah, so I'm guessing this one's on the cover too, if all these first 20, the theory is that all the first 20 free ones are on the cover, because they have been so far. I'm assuming this one's on the cover too. Right, again, I'm leaving enough space so I can trim them out with a little edge on it still. I'm hoping to get that little oval on this scrap piece too. There we go. All right, it's just these 5 pieces, and then we just have those 2 little weird side ones too. I am going to machine applique, Gretchen. You know, I'm going to just do the same machine applique that I've been doing just because I think it's working for me right now. And I'm just doing a little straight stitch along the, like just inside, like a 1/16 of an inch inside, just a normal straight stitch with my normal thread, my cream colored, muslin colored thread. So I'm not doing any fancy stitching. My machine doesn't really do any fancy stitching except for like a zigzag. And I think a zigzag, this is too delicate, I think, for my machine to do a nice zigzag. Like our colors are delicate. You know, the design feels kind of delicate, at least, you know, for sure in the colors that we're doing. So I think we'll just keep it delicate with the stitching. And I'm falling behind on all my blocks, so I don't really want to spend too much time hand stitching it all down. But hand applique would be really pretty on this. But like I said, I'm just trying to get this guy done. If you cut out before fusing, excuse me, if you cut out before fusing, you can position before fusing. I'm not sure I'm quite understanding that, Catherine. So like, I can still fussy cut, place these. And yeah, I'm not fusing down all those things yet. I'll take off that second side and I'll fuse that bit later. All right. Look at all these. These are all going to be cream. I'm going to do all these cream. And then that little circle oval shape, that will be the cream with the flowers on. So there's some steps. There's all these little kind of finicky steps for this raw edge. Like I gotta cut it out. Like each shape I gotta cut out and trace a bunch of times, it seems, but you know, it gets the job done. We might barely just get all these pieces ready tonight. Oh yeah, so since I have that sticky bit, yeah, I can move these around. Like if I wanna fussy cut, like with this flower, I can move it around a little bit because it's sticky before using it to position for real. That's what's nice about this steam-a-seam. So let's do that guy first. We'll do our little flower. So I think pink, just because that's the same color as this monkey, which is kind of fun. Or we could do like one of these olivey yellow colors that would kind of fit with our scheme a little bit, but kind of set on pink. See if there's any pink close to the edge. How about this guy? Ooh, he doesn't fit in there really. We need a smaller pink one. There's this guy. Ooh, this one has a little purple in. Maybe we just do purple. Here's an itty bitty purple one. Ooh, now I kind of want to do purple. All right, we're gonna do this purple with the little olive on the center. And I almost forgot. I gotta do it on the back side. So let's flip that around. Okay, that guy right there is what we're going for. All right, so now I'm going to take off the side with the grid on. And man, that did come off way easier than the other side. So I think you're supposed to draw on the white side and take the grid off that other side. Okay, I'm going to try and center this purple flower. There we go, that looks great. So you can see, yeah, so you can see the flower through that oval. So yeah, let's fuse that down and I'll take care of that guy right away and then we'll deal with the cream. It'll be pretty. It's like a little a pendant almost. Oh man, I think I fused some to the back. Oh, I do. I got some little goo on there. Oof, gotta watch where you set that fusible. All right, good. That came off. Good. That would have been a bummer if I fused a giant piece of fusible on this pretty fabric this is all I have of this fabric. Oh, and you know what? I was gonna grab this from my scraps too. Oh well. Got it from here now. Gotta remember I have my bag of scraps here, and I think I had some of that floral fabric in. Boo. Alright, let's trim this all pretty. I think that's gonna be nice, this little purple flower. The yellow, there's kind of like a yellow ochre dot in the middle of this flower, and that kind of goes with the yellow, I don't know, kind of wings on the flower. Petals of the applique, the side petals. Again, I'm really trying to be careful when I cut the shapes out, because these shapes are going to be ultimately the shapes of the final piece. That's pretty cute. All right, so he will go kind of right in the middle there. Okay, we got these four here. Those are the cream. Oh, right here we go. So this isn't really a front or back, so that's helpful. Let's just pick a corner. I haven't used this yet in the quilt. Okay, yeah, that side with the yellow grid is way easier to pull off than this other side, so I'm pretty sure this is how it was meant to be. We draw on the blank side and then pull off the grid side. Just butt these up to each other. Get these baby ones. Come on, dude. There we go. Oh, because I have just a million scissors everywhere, Lisa. I have turned into a scissors collector, I think, by accident. I get a little thrilled with scissors. I'm definitely a little obsessed. I find them hard to resist. Like, I can't go on eBay because all I'll do is look at vintage antique scissors and I'll want to buy all of them. Actually, I think I have some here. I have, let's see. Yeah, here's here's one. I got this like vintage scissors on eBay. I think it's for like cuticles, but that's what they use for applique and stuff too. And then I got this awesome, this is a vintage or like an antique button cutter, a buttonhole cutter. So like you put your fabric in there and then you just cut, and it only cuts, it's all not in good shape, but it only cuts like the button. It won't cut right there. Kind of awesome. I just thought they were so cute. And you can change the size of your button hole, because if you just move this up, then it's not allowed to close all the way. So then the buttonhole's only going to be that big. So I'm not allowed to go on eBay and look at all the fun scissors. It's bad news. All right, here we go. Yeah, and then this is definitely my favorite fabric scissors right now, is my fancy Kai scissors. Makes a good sound. It's like butter. All right, I'm gonna shimmy these all over because I want to place them as I go for fun. This little dude goes somewhere over Oh, he gets kind of tucked up in here. All right. Oh, Kaya, your favorite too. Yeah, I mean, they're not cheap. Like, these are $70 scissors, if you can believe it. Like, they're crazy, but man, I just feel like I can use them forever, and they cut through this like it's nothing, and they're just quiet, and they don't feel like heavy in my hand. It feels like I'm using no effort to cut through this. I feel like I could use them for a while, and my hand wouldn't get super tired. They're just awesome. All right, there's one. No, I don't think they're that heavy. I mean, they're probably equivalent to the Ginger, but I think these are a bit bigger than the Ginger. And this is a dressmaker's one, so I can actually let the weight of it go on a surface. Like, I could cut on a surface, and then I wouldn't have any of the weight of it in my hand. But they're balanced well. Like, I don't feel like I'm holding up like a ton. Cute little pieces. A lot of prep for this. Oh, you bought one of those buttonhole scissors a while ago too. They're just, I didn't know what it was when I first saw it. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that crazy scissors, and I had to research it. I haven't used it for buttonholes or anything really. I just think it's cool. Oh, I don't think did I fuse these? Yeah, I did fuse these. All right, there's two. Yeah, these I mean, they really are. But again, you don't need any special gadget for quilting or even to do any of these projects. There's a way to do it with bare nothing. You don't have to feel like you need fancy scissors or anything like that. But if you want to splurge and, I don't know, they make me happy every time I use them, the scissors. So there's something to say to that. I need to feel just a little bit better during the day. I can cut with my scissors, right? Oh, scissors is singular. Scissors. Scissor. Scissors. Isn't that how it is? Do you call a single scissors a scissor? I don't know. No, I'm self-conscious. In my head, they're scissors. Funny. All right, last bit. There we be. Oh, that's a good tip. Nolene says if the scissors gets gummed up with Fusible, wipe the blades with eucalyptus oil. All right, so man, it's even hard to see which side's the fabric side. Okay, big ones go up top. And then these baby ones kind of go down here. They're kind of like a little dragonfly almost underneath. Cute. So all we have left, we might have, man, you know what? I think we're going to save the last two for tomorrow. I know it's a bummer that we're not quite finishing tonight, but I'm going to leave everything right where it is. My nose is starting to run, and I don't think we'll get these other two done all that quickly, actually. So all we have left is these two little wings out here. And I don't know, we got to decide colors for that yet. Maybe just more of this cream? Or maybe we should do something special out there. They're kind of like more flowers, so maybe we should be doing something. I don't know. We'll come back to those two little tiny, they're just really tiny, tiny slivers that will be on the outside there tomorrow. And then we will go ahead and make the background, because the background, we still have sewing to do for the background. We got to make a 4-patch, which is just like that grid.
and we'll do the grid out of these two colors, and then we got to do our little triangle corners, and that we're going to do the white, which will pop for sure. I think it's going to frame up our little motif really nicely. So yeah, I think I'm confident we can get all that done tomorrow. We'll have to cut stuff and sew, and then, you know, I don't know, we'll see if we get a chance to fuse this down too. All right, guys, I'm going to flip you around and we'll call it an evening here. You know, I just realized that we did that monkey, and I'm going to pick them up here. We did this little monkey, and the little side things look like little bananas. Don't they? Like, that was kind of an accident. So we got these kind of weird banana leaves on the side. So that's kind of silly. I think it's going to turn out really cute. It'll be our subtle little light-toned one. I think it'll be fun. So, all right, we'll pick this up tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday. It's Friday already, if you can believe it. So, yeah, we'll do all the sewing and the background stuff tomorrow here at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So I hope I'll see you guys all again tomorrow, and I'll get this up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies on YouTube. So if you subscribe on YouTube, then you should get a notification when the replay is there. And if you are on Penguin and Fish, the Penguin and Fish Facebook page, if you click like and then notifications on for these, then you should be notified when we're live. Otherwise, just show up on the Penguin and Fish page at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you